For over 100 years, football players have been sacrificing their bodies and colliding with other players at high rates of speed and elite power in order to entertain football fans around the world. Players have been left with broken bones, dislocated body parts, and some have even been paralyzed for life because of these brutal hits. Football fans and players love to say football is not a contact sport, it's a collision sport. And boy, they're right. Today, we are starting our 5-part series on the top 50 biggest hits in NFL history. We all have our favorite moments in NFL history, so let's lay out these 50 biggest hits that made this prestigious list. In order to make this list, the play obviously had to make a lasting impact to the game, whether it was highlighted on ESPN's SportsCenter Top 10 list, a rule change like no helmet-to-helmet contact, or horse collar tackles, or even changing the rules so there are no more hitting the quarterback too hard. These 50 hits made an obvious change to how the game is played today, and in order to make the list, the play had to be a clean hit. No dirty or cheap shots made our list. Well, unless it was from like the 1970s, you'll see what I'm talking about later on in the series. So, as we take a look at the top 50 biggest hits in NFL history, let's sit back and enjoy some of these memorable moments in NFL history that left us speechless. Here we go. In this video, we are looking at number 50 to number 41. And at number 50, we have Kam Chancellor's hit on Cleveland Browns running back Hardesty in 2011. Kam Chancellor and Seattle Seahawks Legion of Boom were a force to be feared in 2011. The 6'3", 230-pound safety out of Virginia Tech was all power and had all-out speed getting to the ball. His Bam Bam nickname suits him as he laid out running backs and receivers for almost 10 years playing for the Seattle Seahawks. This one game in 2011 saw just one small example of his undeniable ability to make an impact on a critical drive. The Cleveland Browns were facing the Seahawks at home and approaching the red zone. Running back Montario Hardesty breaks a run open on the 28-yard line and sees daylight running to the end zone. Only one man to beat, Kam Chancellor. Kam picks him up and pile drives him down on the 18 to save the Browns from scoring. Number 49, Sean Taylor's hit on Terrell Owens in 2006. I think we all know Sean Taylor was one of the best safeties to ever play the game and is widely known for some memorable hits while playing for the Redskins. There is no doubt that you will probably see him appear again on this list later on down the road. But this one play in 2006 made it to number 49 on our list. The old school Redskins versus Cowboys rivalry made for some incredible matchups and even better hits. Drew Bledsoe drops back to throw a dart to number 81 Terrell Owens and leaves enough air on the ball just in time for Sean Taylor to come across the center and lay a vicious hit on T.O. And T.O. is not a small dude. Number 48, Jalen Ramsey's hit on Golden Tate. Jalen Ramsey is one of the more physical cornerbacks in the game today. He loves lowering his shoulder pads and laying out the offensive players to show them not to run or pass the ball his way. Take a look at this play against the New York Giants. Perfect execution of getting off the block of Dion Lewis, holding containment to not let the screen get outside of him, and then completely lays out Giants receiver Golden Tate. It was a textbook hit that should be on the highlight reel for every high school and college football program out there. Number 47. Eagles Sheldon Brown's decleater against Reggie Bush, who played for the New Orleans Saints. I have to admit, this hit might have to be scored higher on our list, but it comes in at number 47. Eagles defensive back timed up this hit on Reggie Bush so perfectly, Reggie never knew what hit him. Drew Brees throws a nice pass into the flats for Reggie Bush, but he's completely exposed to a full-speed freight train named Sheldon Brown. Bush was hit so hard that he had to crawl around on the turf just to catch his breath. This is the type of hit that defensive players dream of. What do you think? Should this hit be higher on our list? Let us know in the comments section below. Number 46, Ryan Clark's hit on Vikings receiver Percy Harvin. For all of you folks out there who only know Ryan Clark as an analyst on ESPN, just know that he was also a beast on the football field. Take a look at this play against the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings speedy receiver Percy Harvin flies through the center of the field trying to catch a dart of a pass from Hall of Famer Brett Favre. But Ryan Clark closes immediately on Harvin to dislodge the ball for an incredible pass breakup. Again, this is just another example of a textbook hit and pass defense that should be on every high school and college football highlight reel. Number 45. Pittsburgh Steelers Ryan Clark lays the boom on Ravens Willis McGahee. Ryan Clark has back-to-back plays on our list because he was such a great free safety during his era of football. His no-fear mentality was on full display on this hit from the 2008 AFC Championship game against the Ravens. Here, you will see his crushing hit timed up nicely right as Willis McGahee caught the pass from quarterback Joe Flacco. Ryan Clark hit him so hard that not only did they call a fumble with the Steelers recovering it, but he pretty much knocked himself out. What a crazy play that personified the expression of leaving it all on the field. Number 44. Bears defensive lineman Mike Hartenstein blindside hit on Ron Jaworski. Nothing hurts worse than a quarterback getting blindsided while looking downfield to throw a deep ball. This hit from 1980 hurts to watch. Bears defensive end Mike Hartenstein beats the Eagles' former All-Pro left tackle Stan Walters to the backfield, and he lays a brutal hit right in the back of Jaws. The hit was so unexpected, you can see Jaws' head snap back and get whiplashed as he is driven into the ground. Hartenstein was fined $1,000 for leveling Jaworski on the play. Later, Jaworski would say that the play was the hardest hit he ever received in the NFL. He went on to say, "He hit me on a Sunday afternoon and I woke up Tuesday in the hospital." Those 80s hits were crazy, and there's no doubt you'll see quite a few more later on in the series. Number 43. Super Bowl 52 Eagles Malcolm Jenkins hit on Patriots receiver Brandon Cooks. Malcolm Jenkins' hit on Brandon Cooks in Super Bowl 52 reminds me of that viral clip where Leroy Jenkins gets impatient with his World of Warcraft pals.
2.33 repeating, of course, percentage of survival.
Well, that's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Malcolm Jenkins pulled a Leroy Jenkins and didn't wait for his teammate to execute a massive hit on Patriots wide receiver Brandon Cooks. Jenkins spawned out of nowhere and depleted Cooks, taking him out for the rest of the game with a head injury and arguably helped the Eagles beat the Patriots to win their first ever Super Bowl. Number 42. Kyle Fuller massive hit on Tampa Bay Bucks running back Keyshawn Vaughn. Remember the good old COVID days when the teams had to play in empty stadiums and the broadcast pumped in crowd noise? Well, that was kind of a blessing for this next clip. Because of the silent stadium, you could hear this hit all the way from your couch at home. Kyle Fuller of the infamous Fuller brothers and the Chicago Bears, I guess, lays a massive hit on Bucks running back Keyshawn Vaughn after catching the pass from Tom Brady. Just listen to his hit.
But it looked plain to me.
The pop was so good you could hear the sideline yell, "Ooh!" Great hit by Fuller, and you know what? The refs actually got the call right and said there was no flag for the hit. Great officiating for once. Number 41, Ray Lewis versus Chad Johnson. And finally, we wrap up part 1 of our 5-part series of the 50 biggest hits in NFL history with this kind of funny but great play between Chad Johnson, or Chad Ochocinco, and Ray Lewis. Ochocinco at the time thought that if he were to blindside Ray Lewis, he would be able to create a highlight on the great Ray Lewis. But that plan backfired. Yeah, I think anyone who played football would agree that they would absolutely love to get that one hit on the biggest and baddest guy on the field. But if and when it goes wrong, you have that instant regret. I think Mike Tyson said it best when he said, "Everyone has a plan until you get hit in the face." Well said, champ. Well said. Well, that's all for now, but be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the next part of our series on the biggest hits in NFL history. Until next time, thanks for watching.